I just spilled my coffee. Okay, we're back. Hi guys, it's Natalie, Natalia, whatever you want to call me, me. And today we're doing a very highly requested video. I'm going to teach you how to fix your jeans. So the things that you're going to need is obviously a pair of mom jeans. Get a pair that fits your hips. It doesn't matter if it doesn't fit your waist, we're gonna fix that. If they're too long, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that they fit your butt and your hips very well. And then I'll show you how to fix all that. The other few items that you're gonna need is a seam ripper, some fabric scissors, a tape measure, and a pen to like mark the little spots, and a sewing machine. So if you don't have a sewing machine, you can still do this by hand, but it's just a lot easier with the sewing machine. And sewing is not that hard. If you can drive, you can sew. You got this. So let's get to it. So the first thing you're gonna do is take your tape measure and measure the smallest part of your waist, since these are a high-rise pair of jeans. If they're a lower rise, then you will be measuring a little bit lower. So for my pair, it is a higher rise, so I'm gonna measure the smallest part of my waist and then add a little bit of room, so you don't want it to be like too tight, because then you can't eat food or sit down and, you know, enjoy life, because you're gonna be stuck in your pair of jeans. So, you know, just add a little bit of space. So I'm gonna go with 27 inches. So that should give me a little bit of room to like breathe and enjoy desserts. So remember that measurement. We're gonna subtract that from our pair of jeans. So let's measure that. Now that we have our actual waist measurement, we're gonna measure the pair of jeans. This one says that it's a size 30, but sometimes they're a little off. So I would recommend measuring just to be sure. Sometimes it can be a little bit more or a little bit less. So let's go ahead and measure that and make sure to stretch it out. So let's see. That is, yeah, that's about 30 inches. So 30 minus 27 is 3. So we're gonna be removing 3 inches from this pair of jeans. The next step is we're gonna find the center point. So the center of 15 would be 7.5. So right here where this little belt loop is, we're gonna mark a point. Okay, so 7.5, make a little line. So now we're gonna measure the center of this part. So this is 7.5 inches, and the center point would be 3 3/4, which is about right there. So we're gonna make a line right there and go back to the other side as well. So remember that I said we would be removing 3 inches from the waist, which means we need to divide that by 2. So the reason we are dividing it by 2 is because we will be taking in our pair of jeans from right here and from right here. So since we are removing 1.5 inches from each spot, we are measuring 3/4 of an inch this way. So that would be right here. Make a line and then make a... My camera overheated, but we made a line here. Now we're making another line on the other side, which is 3/4 of an inch this way. And then same thing for the other side. Now we're gonna continue these middle lines that we made. So make those go all the way down to this part and continue those same lines down to where this stitching is. Same thing over here, continue to the stitching. And now we're gonna connect this dot to here and this one to here, and same thing over here. So this to this, that to that. So this is what we're gonna be sewing. We're gonna fold that in half, make sure that this line lines up with this line, and we're gonna sew to the point and repeat it on the other side. But first we have to remove this patch, so that's why we have a seam ripper. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so you're gonna save your patch for later because we are gonna end up sewing it back on. If you want, you don't have to, but personally, I like to sew the patches back on, so we're gonna save that. So now let's move on to the sewing machine and get this going. Okay guys, so I'm at the sewing machine. We're gonna fold over the jeans so that the two dots that we made are lining up on each side, and then sew a straight stitch going down to the little point down here. I ran out of denim thread. There's like nothing left, so I'm just using blue and white. But if you have denim thread, use denim thread. So just go really slow while you're sewing this because this is a very thick spot. You don't want to break a needle, so just go slow, take your time, and then do the other side. Alright, so my jeans are all sewed up, and now, ta-da! They fit perfect. And there's still a little bit of room, so if I'm gonna eat, I won't feel like I'm gonna explode. And this is what the back looks like. So we still need to sew the patch back on, but overall, the fit is way better. Now, let's do the legs. So, these fit me pretty good, kind of. I mean, there's some bunching up right here. So, what you can do is flip your jeans inside out and sew along the seam. But I like to do it a little differently, so I'm gonna show you how to do that. So what I like to do is cut the hem of my jeans at 28 inches. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut straight across on both legs. If you are shorter than me, I am 5'5", you can go ahead and cut some more, but you should probably try them on and then cut because you don't want to cut them too short. Fold that over. So when you wash them, the hem is gonna fix itself. So next step. You're gonna flip your jeans inside out. So, one way, which is how most people do this next step, is they just start sewing from this spot right here, like where the pocket is, and then sew down and make it skinnier at the bottom, or however you want it to be. But the way that I do it is I actually unstitch this whole seam all the way up to where the pocket starts. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Alright, so now I have this whole part unstitched, so we can open it up. So now what I'm gonna do is start sewing from the pocket up here, and we're gonna start tapering in like that. You can use pins and make a line, but I'm not gonna do that because I just don't feel like it. So, but if you're new at sewing, you should definitely use some pins or make a line or something so that you can get that all lined up. So I'm gonna go sew that, and then we're gonna try it on, and if it doesn't work out, we're gonna come back and fix that. But I'm pretty positive it's gonna work out. Okay, so this is what the jeans look like now. So this is the side that has been done. So it looks like this. It's a little bit slimmer. And then this is the one that we need to do. So I think I might crop them just a little bit more at the bottom, but so far they're looking pretty good. So let's do the other leg and I'll show you the final results. So that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and if you end up trying this, make sure to tag me on Instagram so I can check it out.